Hello students, from today we are going to continue with the further part of definite integration chapter. So till now I explain you 5 properties of definite integration. Now from today let's start with the next property, property number 6. Integration 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Now here we have a small proof regarding this property. Let integration of f of x dx is equal to g of x plus c. We are going to consider that integration of f of x as g of x. Now we consider RHS. The given RHS is integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Now suppose we put a minus x is equal to t. That means value of x will be a minus t. So differentiating with respect to x, we will get minus dx is equal to dt. So we can say that dx is equal to minus dt. Now as x varies from 0 to a, t will varies from a to 0. Now we are going to write the integration in the form of variable t. So I is equal to integration a to 0 f of t minus dt. As a minus x is t, so here we will get f of t, and dx is nothing but minus dt, so at the place of dx we will write minus dt. And as here we have x varies from 0 to a, so t varies from a to 0, so we have integration from a to 0. So this is the integration in the form of variable t. Now this minus sign we can write before integration. So here we will get integration a to 0 f of t dt. Now if we don't want this minus sign, then we will write these limits by interchanging. That means we will write 0 as the lower limit and a as the upper limit. So here we will get integration 0 to a f of t dt, because we are not writing this minus sign, because that is one of the property of integration, and the property is integration a to b f of x dx we can write as minus of integration b to a f of x dx. So same property we have applied here. Now this term we can write as integration 0 to a f of x dx, because definite integration is independent of variable. So instead of this variable t, we can write the variable x. And if you observe the carefully, then this is nothing but the LHS, and therefore we can say that integration 0 to a f of x dx we can write as integration 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So this is the property of definite integration, property number 6. Now we are going to learn the example related to this property. So let's consider the example. Integration 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx. Now let integration 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx as our equation number 1. Now we are going to consider this integration as I. So we have I is equal to integration 0 to pi by 4 log of. Now since we are going to apply property number 6, so here we will write 1 plus tan of, instead of x we are going to write a minus x. That means pi by 4 minus x. Here the value of a is pi by 4. So here we have pi by 4 minus x. Now in next step, we know this is one of the formula of trigonometric function tan. Tan of a minus b is nothing but tan a minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a into tan b. So here we can write this as integration 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan of pi by 4 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan of pi by 4 into tan x, bracket complete dx. And we know the value of tan pi by 4, that is tan 45 degree, is 1. So that value we are going to substitute here at these both the places. So we will get integration 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x dx. Now cross multiplying here, inside the bracket we will get 1 plus tan x plus 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. Now this plus tan x and minus tan x will get cancelled. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So in next step we will write the bracket term as 2 upon 1 plus tan x. Now here, since it is in the form of log of a upon b, we can write this as log a minus log b. This is one of the property of log. This is called as law of quotient. So here we can write this as log 2 minus log of 1 plus tan x dx. Now integrating separately, we will get integration 0 to pi by 4 log 2 dx minus integration 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx. Now since here log 2 is constant, we can write the log 2 term outside the integration sign. So log 2 into integration of 0 to pi by 4 1 dx minus, if you observe carefully, then this is nothing but the integration I, that is original term. So substituting that I here, we will get this term. Now since we are shifting this I to this side, that will become plus. So we have I plus I is equal to log 2 into integration of 1. And we know that integration of 1 is x. So that we will write along with this limit as 0 to pi by 4. Now I plus I as 2i and applying upper limit minus lower limit. So here in bracket we have pi by 4 minus 0. So simplifying this bracket, we will get pi by 4 and shifting this 2 to this side, the value of I will be pi by 8 into log 2, and thus we can say that the value of the given integration as pi by 4 into log 2. That means by using property number 6, we can write the given term in this format, and therefore it is easy to simplify the given integration. Now let's continue with the next property, that is property number 7. Now property number 7 is integration 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integration 0 to a f of x dx plus integration 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Now here first we will consider the RHS term as I1 plus I2. First term as I1 and second term as I2, and we call this as equation number 1. Now we consider the I2 term separately and we put 2a minus x is equal to t. So the value of x will be 2a minus t. Now differentiating with respect to x, we will get minus dx is equal to dt. So obviously dx will be minus dt. Now as x varies from 0 to 2a, t will vary from 2a to 0. So we will try to write the integration as in terms of variable t. So integration 2a to 0 f of t minus dt, and we know that we can write this minus sign before integration. So we have integration 2a to 0 f of t dt. Now again, if we don't want this negative sign, then we are going to apply the property of definite integration, that we can interchange the limit. That means integration a to b f of x dx we can write as minus of integration b to a f of x dx. So here this term we can write as integration 0 to 2a f of t dt. And as the definite integration is independent of variable, we can replace the variable t by x by using this property. So here we can write as integration 0 to 2a f of x dx. We know this property of definite integration. So 0 to a f of x dx we can write as 0 to 2a f of x dx from equation number 1. Now since we have two terms here, So first term will be as it is, and the value of second term which we have simplified, and value of that term as integration 0 to 2a f of x dx, and that is equal to integration 0 to 2a f of x dx. And if you observe carefully, then this is nothing but the LHS, and thus we can say that integration 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integration 0 to a f of x dx plus integration 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Now this is about the property number 7. In next lecture again we will continue with the definite integration. Thank you students.